Can I make metallic gold toppers using candy melts? Yes, and I know you'd be amazed by metallic gold candy melts. Candy melts typically contain palm kernel oil rather than cocoa butter, making them easier to melt than pure white chocolate. They are available in various colors. These perfect cake toppers are good for any occasion: birthdays, Easter, Christmas, New Year, and even Halloween. Make this at home, and you can brighten your cakes and cupcakes with this recipe. What you will need: ingredients: 16 ounces of yellow-colored candy melts, golden luster, alcohol. Step-by-step instructions when using a double boiler. Step 1. Over low heat, place a saucepan with 1-inch water and place a bowl over the saucepan. But make sure that the bottom of the bowl does not touch the water below. Step 2. After that, pour the candy melts into the bowl and stir gently. Make sure not to raise the temperature of the heat, because it may burn the candy melts. Melting the candy melts is a slow process. You will need patience. Step 3. When the candy melts completely dissolves, let it rest for a minute and pour it into the candy molds. Go to Step 4. When using a microwave for melting the chocolate. Remember that every microwave is different, so the candy melts will melt depending on how many you will use. These guidelines are for 2 cups or 16 ounces of candy melts. Step 1. Use a microwave-safe bowl, place the candy melts, and put them into the microwave for 30 seconds on high power. Step 2. Remove the bowl to the microwave and stir it with a rubber spatula. Microwave it for another 30 seconds, take it out when done, and stir it again. You will observe that the candy melts are starting to melt. Keep repeating the process until the candy melt dissolves completely. Step 3. When the candy melts, dissolve completely, let it rest for a minute, and pour it into the candy molds. When candy melts are firm and cooled down. Step 4. Then, remove the molded candy melts and spread them on a baking sheet with wax paper. Step 5. Pour some alcohol into a small bowl and add the golden luster or dust. Then, using a clean and dry brush, dip it in the alcohol mixture. After that, begin painting the molded candy melts in metallic gold color. Step 6. Let the candy melts rest. Afterward, let it become completely dry, and then you can place it on your cakes or cupcakes. Tips and tricks. If you think your candy melt mixture is too thick, add a small pinch of paramount crystals and stir. Continue doing so until you can achieve your desired consistency. Paramount crystals are solid palm kernel oil flakes, which will thin out the thick candy melts mixture. In addition to that, it will allow the candy melts to harden properly. Candy melts contain vegetable oil, typically palm kernel oil. It melts easier and has a nice flavor, though it is not as creamy and rich as pure chocolate. It is also cheaper than pure chocolate. Also, avoid using old or stocked candy melts. New store-bought candy melts are always the best option for making recipes with candy melts. However, the longer you stock it, the thicker they get when you melt it. Another factor is that it must have been through drastic temperature changes. Several factors cause the candy melts mixture to be too thick. The first factor is that you heat it at a very high temperature. Second, you did not store it properly. It is best if you did not store candy melts in damp and moist places. Third, it should be away from direct sunlight. Finally, make sure to store it far from the heat vent. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.